Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today I am doing the 10 Booktubers Personalities Tag, and this tag was created by Alan Morton, who's a wonderful, fantastic booktuber, and I think he is starting to attempt to put up a video every day. Because he now has Thursday thoughts, he has something on Monday, he's starting to do Tuesday tags, he has his spotlights on Wednesday and his Sunday meetups, and then on Friday he reads poetry, so only Saturday is missing. Ellen, are you attempting to do a video per day? But anyway, he's a wonderful booktuber, so please go check him out. And he's created a wonderful tag that is very much in his spirit of chewing on other booktubers, the 10 Booktubers Personalities Tag. So yeah, after this ramble, let's get into it. And I will link all the channels that I mention down below, and all of the ones that I've mentioned, all consider yourself tagged. So the first question is, which booktuber underrates themselves? And for this I have chosen Pauline from Dancing Lawn. Now I don't think Pauline thinks she's bad booktuber or anything by any means in that sense of underrate, but I do think she's a very humble and kind person, so I think this is more or less an apt description. She has recently made a video about her reaching 100 subscribers, and I think by now she's at 150 or something like that, and she deserves so many more. And she was just so humble about it and was just saying thank you, and she was so happy that so many people are watching her videos, and she was so kind, and she just did a shout out of a bunch of other booktubers, so that's the kind of person she is. Question number 2, which booktuber doesn't take themselves too seriously? And for this one I had to pick Summer from Summer Dawn, who does some hilarious videos, especially with lots of her tags. I think she plays 2 different roles, so she interacts with herself and one person, sometimes like she dresses up in a costume and then she edits these really well and funnily, and she also has a really hilarious dramatic intro to her videos that I really love. So yeah, that would be my person for this. Question number 3 is, which booktuber has an understated delivery? And for this one I chose Madison from Reading Wayfarer. Madison lives in Alaska, and she sometimes has like little, includes some spots of her nature hikes and stuff, so that is lovely as well. And she just has a very calm and nice way about talking about books, and she's so friendly. And she recently did a video that I thought was very smart, where she paired some fiction and non-fiction reads, and that I really enjoyed, so I will link that down below. Question number 4 is, which booktuber has a quirky and rambling style? And for this I chose Moose from Error Moose. I haven't watched as many videos of her recently as I would have liked, but one she did just recently, it was a discount book haul where she goes off the rails in the beginning about the new dog they got, and basically the new dog Maggie started chewing everything up, so she like holds up the chewed up copy of Stephen King she now has, and the chewed up PlayStation control, and so I guess in that sense she has a sort of like a rambling, chatty style that is really enjoyable. Question number 5, which booktuber reads highbrow literature? And well, it is in the name, so I'm gonna pick Lukáš from Totally Pretentious, which he's obviously certainly has a certain self-irony about it. So he recently has done his mid-year freakout tag, and if you just watch that you can get an idea about the books he reads. He reads a lot of backlist and a lot of classics. He reads a lot of ancient literature. He has read a lot of epics this year. He also is a big fan of opera, which I guess is considered highbrow, so I think that really works well for Lukáš, this question. But he's super accessible and lovely, like, don't get me wrong. Question number 6 is, which booktuber has a quiet demeanor? For this one I picked Kelly from Books I'm Not Reading. She's just a lovely person, and I mean, she's not flashy or anything. She doesn't scream into the camera, and she would never do that. And she's so kind and lovely, and has really intelligent things to say about the book that she reads. Together with Brian from Bookish, they do poetry for beginners, and her videos in that series are fantastic. I particularly enjoyed her Sylvia Plath video, for which she learned almost the full poem Daddy by Sylvia Plath, and yeah, just a wonderful person. Question number 7. Which booktuber has intelligence and depth? And with all of these questions, I feel like obviously all of the channels I mentioned, they are all very nice people, they're all intelligent and smart, but you know, I'll have to pick one for each question, so just keep that in mind. But for this one I picked Claudia from Spinster's Library. She has not only videos on books, although she is mainly a booktuber, but she also talks about other things. So she has some videos on Brexit that she discusses very intelligently, and she's also very open about things. She's German like me, so Germans can be very blunt, but that can also be a positive thing. So she very openly discusses things like, what does she learn through YouTube statistics about her viewers? She has a video about that. She also has a video about her decision to turn on ads on her videos, and the financial aspect that that involves, and what she actually makes and what does that mean, which I thought was fantastic. And she's getting a PhD, I think it is in music, or is it music history? If it's neither of those, I feel really bad, and I'm sorry, Claudia. But it is in that area. And she has recently actually done, for Jane Austen July, she has done a music playlist, which I think is a fantastic idea. So yeah, I think she's a very intelligent person. Question number 8. Which booktuber is warm and friendly? Again, all of them. I'm not subscribed to anybody who's mean-spirited. But for this one I chose Megan Hannett, and she's just a lovely person. She's still also fairly new to BookTube, but she has already gathered quite a few subscribers, and rightfully so. But that doesn't mean she shouldn't have more. Go check out her channel if you're not subscribed to her already. She's absolutely lovely. She leaves lovely comments on everybody's videos from what I see, and she has a really cool series about Lucy Maud Montgomery, and she recently talked about Lucy Maud Montgomery and the war, and that was a fascinating video, so I will link that one down below. Question number 9. Which booktuber is self-deprecating? And for this one I chose Rosmika from Rosmika Likes Books, who did escape roles, so a poem every day that she wrote herself, an escape role, and she kept saying how she wasn't going to be self-deprecating, but then she was, so I had to choose her for this. She is very smart, and just a very intelligent person, and yeah, she writes herself, and always has interesting things to say in all of her videos, so yeah. And then the final prompt number 10, is which booktuber has a quiet, measured delivery? You didn't think you would get away, Mark, did you? So Mark from Wordsworth Everywhere is who I'm choosing for this one. I think he has sort of like a quiet, measured way in which he presents his videos, and I really like that about him. And he recently announced a PJ Wodehouse read-along for July. And I encourage you to all join in. I think it's going to be a lot of fun and just delightful. I don't know when I will be posting this, if it's going to be before July, but even if it's in the middle of July, you can still join in, because there's a different book that will be read every week, and I will link Mark's announcement video for that down below. So yes, those are all the booktubers I have to mention in this tag. If you have not been mentioned, that doesn't mean I don't love your channel. I love so many channels, I could have mentioned so many more. I'm gonna stick to these for now. And yes, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!